Well, over the last 2 national events, we've seen the Summit cars, Greg Anderson or Jason Lyon, always qualify number 1 or 2. You were able to get up there in the early morning session today, break that up. Conditions are changing. It's been broken up once again. Let me ask you, though, what is it going to take for Mike Edwards, Terry Adams, to go ahead and knock them off the number 1 altogether?
I think Greg and Jason, the air's about 100 feet better than it was this morning. I think Greg or Jason run a 60, 61. I think if you're going to be on the pole, you better run a 60 with the 0, or maybe in a high 59.
Can you guys do that?
I think we can run a 61, maybe a 60 on a perfect run, but it's going to be tough to knock them guys off.
It tells you just how tough them Summit cars have been running lately.
Speaking of the Summit cars and KB Racing, Ronnie Humphreys online. He's been making some very good runs. Currently number 6 with a 663.7. Erica Enders in the other lane. We've been talking about her wanting to get that, become the first female to win at the U.S. Nationals, and she has an excellent chance to do it. She's been making very good runs coming in here, going to some final rounds. Can't seem to get around Greg Anderson, but I don't think anybody can lately.
When you talk about Erica Enders, you have to remember Dave Conley, 2-time Indy winner, is chiefing that car for her. That's a lot of help.
Yeah, Victor Cagnazzi's making the horsepower, but Dave Conley's been making the calls on the setup. It's one thing to make the horsepower. You still have to make the right call, and there's a lot of variables on a pro stock car to get it right.
663 for Humphreys. That moves him up 1 position. Erica with a 665 will stay in 8th. Well, you know, what about the great female drivers? One of the greatest, Shirley Muldowny. We asked her who is her favorite.
Erica Enders. She's paid her dues. It is her day. She's my pick for this weekend.
Really?
Oh, if I had some real money, I'd put some real money on that.
Mike, loan her some money.
I'll tell you what, there's no better compliment. And I can remember, I mean, when I came up too, Don Perdone told me the same thing. You have to pay your dues to get respect in this business. Just because you got a license and you got money to come out and drive one of these race cars doesn't mean you deserve it.
Boy, is this lady having a great weekend. Melanie Troxel, not only number 1 in funny car right now, but also is number 1 in Pro Mod.